day 2. Day 1 was a big one. It was a real welcome to the West Coast Trail. We got up at about 4 in the morning. We hit Port Alberni for the ferry. The ferry took a long time getting to Bamfield. So our early start really evaporated, and then we had to take a mulligan on the first kilometer getting water. Went the wrong direction, but so far everybody's spirits are good. Bill took a wild tumble, but he seems to be in really good shape. And I tried to do this morning, but man, I got wild emotional. Yesterday was a rough day. It was a big welcome. We all had fun, our spirits are up. But it got real. Anyways, you can see behind me the absolute ancient beauty of the Pacific Ocean. And I'll flip the camera around if I can. But you can see it's just absolutely pristine. And I'll try to do better logging as I go. As I say, I couldn't do it yesterday, but you know, this absolute beauty of this place is just tremendous. Day 2, let's go. Action.
Hello, we're coming to you from the trail, day 2 of the West Coast Trail. Yesterday was a hard day for all of us. I, after about kilometer 2, fell and twisted my ankle a little bit, hurt my leg, but today it seems to be fine. My pack was not feeling good, it was too overweighted, and I slowed down to the point where Pauline said, I'm going, I'm leaving. So Mec and I, no, she went.
I said I'm going to set up camp in the light and make dinner for you guys because you're going to be in at 10:30.
Yeah, which she did, and we were so happy to see her face and a little fire going with some sort of spicy stuff, which was excellent. It wasn't raining, it was a beautiful night, but the mist off of the ocean wet everything, so we were soaked, but there was no rain. We're here on day 2, we're feeling good, we're heading south, and we expect to be at our next campsite at which is about kilometer 22.
Any thoughts on kilometers 10 through 12?
They were hell. Mec and I went through the 10 and 12 when it was pitch black, and we couldn't see. We had one little flashlight to get us through. Mec led the way, and the Pearl crippled guy, he followed. And he followed very closely. In fact, when Mec went out of sight, I walked into him, but I couldn't see him. So anyway, that's it for yesterday and today.
Alright, day 2, another big day. 12 kilometers we put in today. Lots of ladders, lots of routes, lots of bridges. Tomorrow we'll do our first cable car. We ended up at Trestle Creek tonight. Bill's still doing pretty good from his fall, but the walks they're hard on all of us. But we're all soldiering through. Gonna have an interesting day tomorrow after our first cable car. We're gonna go see Pacheedaht Falls, and we're gonna hike a whole lot of kilometers. Had a little fire tonight. I met a really cool guy named Cecil, and we're just under a third of the way there, so we're making progress, but so far so good. Spirits are still high, although everyone's a little sore. And we're gonna make it happen. We're beat. See you tomorrow. The morning of day 3. We had a really interesting event last night. The really cool guy that we met, Cecil, woke us up kind of in a panic at about, I don't know, 1:45 to midnight, and we realized that the high tide was getting really close to our tents. So it was a kind of a tense, probably half hour or so as we watched the tide. And seriously, the place where we had been eating dinner was underwater. And so we thought we were cooked. We didn't know what we were going to do, but as it turned out, the tide started to go down after that, and we managed to get back to sleep, although a little bit fitfully. This place is always keeps you on your toes. It's unbelievable. But the only other thing about this place is all of the driftwood. It's everywhere, and boy, the ocean is so powerful. It just, you know, the winter storms or whatever, just all of these giant trees are just like matchsticks, just tossed everywhere. Really beautiful. Again, the terrain is just so beautiful. So we're gonna hike probably 10K to Suquadra, and then we've got a big day tomorrow, and probably some big decisions to make. It's the end of day 3. We left Trestle Creek in the morning, and we made it to the Ditidaht Compassion Camp. Another big day of hiking. I took a wild spill and actually had a small bridge, kind of give way under me. No injury, thank goodness, but it was another wake-up call. So yeah, we're gonna stay at the Ditidaht Compassion cottages tonight. They're amazing, and we're gonna go to Nitinat tomorrow. There's a ferry crossing there, and apparently a really nice meal. That's the halfway point, and we kind of had the conversation today about how far the 3 of us want to go. Scheduling is the big thing. Our pace is really slow, but everybody wants to keep going, so we're going to keep going. We'll probably have a talk again tomorrow at Nitinat, but we're going to keep after it. And day 4 tomorrow. Here we go. All right, day 4. We woke up at the Ditidaht Compassion Station. So grateful for the generosity and the hospitality. We really needed it last night. Not a great night's sleep in the tent or in the cabin. Mostly I got up a bunch of times to go to the bathroom and kind of didn't do anybody's sleep any good. Dad's decided to get out at Nitinat, and we're gonna keep going. We're gonna finish for him, and we're gonna finish for us. So there were some tears shed today. Dad showed me a lot. He showed me a lot about his mental toughness, his fortitude. And he made me forget that he's 70. So I'm really proud of him. And I think he can hold his head high with what he accomplished, which was a lot. So we're gonna keep going. It's day 4. We've got a great meal ahead of us, and then a little bit of a reorg, and then Colleen and I we're gonna finish this. Here we go. End of day 4, we made it to Cribbs Creek. We found the dopest camp spot with this driftwood tent. We christened it the chill spot or the chill zone, but it was a hot day today. We spent a lot of time hiking in the bush as opposed to on the beach. It was so hot. We never expected it to be hot and dry. We expected it to be raining. So we've come prepared for the forecast, but today we needed a lot of water and we needed a lot of energy. We parted ways with Dad, who bowed out very gracefully at Nitinat crossing, and we had an amazing meal there. So it was sad to see him go, but we'll soldier on. He did amazing. I'm so proud of him. 70 years old. He hiked 33 kilometers on the most extreme hiking trail in Canada, one of them. So he's got a lot to be proud of. Colleen and I are so proud of him. And now we're gonna finish this thing for the team, for him, and for us. Welcome to the Chill Zone. Okay, I think we're at the start of day 5. Yesterday we made it to Cribs Creek. Had a really nice dinner out here. Yesterday was really hot. We hiked all day in the bush. We got to Cribs Creek. We had a bit of a swim. Of course, we got to hang out in the Chill Zone. That place is amazing. We expect another fast day today. We're going to try to get to Walbrand Creek. And we met another really cool guy that Colleen has connections to, actually, named Brian. And he actually found my glasses for me, so I'm grateful to him for that. Big day ahead, day 5, let's go.
Many minds and many eyeballs pop at my feet. I walk the streets, only supreme and seeing all that has been, all that believe that I is free. I am nobody,
Alright, end of day 5, we made it to Walbrand Creek, which is about a 10-kilometer hike. We timed the tides perfectly and we smashed most of our hike on the shelf, on the low tide shelf, rather than having to do it in the sand or in the bush. So we made some real miles today. We cracked the 2/3 mark. So we're over 50K in, and we've got 2 days to go. It was so hot today. When we got to camp, we basically just put up a tarp and chilled all day. It was amazing. We swam in this river, this freshwater river, Walbrand Creek, and we just looked at the ocean and ate cold miso soup and ramen, and we just had a really good dinner. So gonna drink a lot of water tonight and get ready for day 6 to Campers Creek, which is advertised to be a real grind, so the rest will be really helpful. Awesome note today. Somehow my satellite mode came on, or my airplane mode came off, and I got a text from my boo, and it made my day. and it made me really happy, and I can't wait to see her. And this has been the greatest adventure, and I'm looking forward to finishing it out, but it'll be nice to be on the other side of it. Day 6 tomorrow, and it's going to be a grind, so let's go.
Logan Creek, official new suspension bridge. Here we are, the inaugural people going over it.
Alright, it's the end of day 6. We've just eaten. Today was hot. Man, today was hot. We expected rain. We expected days and days of rain on this trip. We got days and days of heat. So many advantages. So much less mud, so much less running water on the trails, but the heat has been insane. Colleen and I went from wherever we were yesterday. We're at Crib Creek, Campers today, and lots of ladders, lots of boardwalks, lots of routes. More of the same, but a lot more of the same. We caught a nice piece of luck on Logan Creek, where there's a new super suspension bridge, and so we didn't have to do, I don't know, probably 15 ladders. We just got to travel across the nice bridge instead. That was amazing. But getting here was a slog, especially the last 2K. But we're here, we're hydrated, we're happy, we're getting along, which is not a surprise, but it's nice. And we're getting ready for tomorrow, which is day 7, and a day of hopefully a well-timed shelf walk with a bunch of bouldering and driftwood jumping. Both Colleen and I took some spills today. We both recovered pretty well. We both have bent walking poles. We're gonna just take our time tomorrow, really try and walk out of here in no worse shape, and get out of here at day 8. It's so wild. We started seeing the countdowns, and the countdowns are now in a place where we're only 15 kilometers, 13 kilometers away from the end of the trail. It seems mind-blowing 75 kilometers ago, but now 13K seems entirely manageable, obstacles notwithstanding. So it's going to be another big day tomorrow. We're going to get up really early to try and beat the heat, and that is what it is. Trip's been mind-blowing. I don't know how else to put it. So we're gonna go to bed, and we're gonna get after it tomorrow, day 7, and we're gonna try to get to Thrasher's Cove. tomorrow. And then day 8, we're gonna walk out of here. Day 7. Today we did a lot of bouldering. Again, this trip would have been so different if it was raining. Instead of slippery, mossy, seaweed covered boulders, we actually managed to cover dry boulders with lots of good grip, as it turned out. So it was a real boon in our favor for sure. We have 5 kilometers to go. We arrived here at Thrasher Cove early. We woke up really early to try and beat the tide and to beat the heat. We saw some amazing sights today, and got some good pics. Yeah, we're almost done. It's amazing. I can't thank Colleen enough. She took care of me this whole trip. not only with food and not only with my inexperience, but just showing me what to do. So lots of gratitude there. This has been a great trip, but it was another hot day on the rocks. Almost there, one more day, and now we're gonna really relax and have a good time. Go for a swim in the ocean. We did it. Made pretty good time. The last day of this trip has been about altitude. Up and down, lots of routes, lots of rocks, but altitude, climbing. It was a short hike, but it was a good one. But we finished the West Coast Trail. Now we get to Port Renfrew. We're gonna have a burger and we're gonna have a beer.